Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. There's another paid request, this time from Broad Stipe. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos or topics or randomness or out of the blueness, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for a film called I Know Who Killed Me with Lindsay Lohan. This is when Lindsay Lohan, she was in films like Freaky Friday, she was in Mean Girls, and she was going through a lot of drug problems, including this. And this film came out, was a huge bomb, pretty much helped kill Lindsay Lohan's movie career, kill the director's career, kill the writer's career. And I was not a fan of this movie. It's really fucking dumb. And then because it's Lindsay Lohan as a stripper, but then she's this seemingly innocent student who takes piano classes, and then one day she's found missing an arm and a leg, and she's in the hospital, and they say her name's Aubrey, but she says her name is Dakota, and then she gets a fucking Terminator hand and like a robot leg. A leg that she has to plug in like a fucking cell phone. Make sure you plug in your leg so it doesn't run out of batteries. She has flashbacks about a point where her fucking finger fell off, and she reacts like she got a paper cut. Your finger fell off. You'd be like, yeah, call a hospital, call a doctor, go to the fucking hospital. No, she just fucking goes to the... I think she sews her own finger. I'm like, lady, your finger fell off. I think you can go to the hospital. This is not just a paper cut. You put just a band-aid on. And the middle's pretty boring because really nothing happened. She's in the hospital and people are like, what's going on? What's going on? Ask questions. Until she gets fucking Terminator hand and Terminator leg. And you're thinking, okay, is anything really going to come into play since this is a robot hand and a robot leg? Not really. And then I kind of sat there after the movie was done, and there's more to talk about, but I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? There's these weird color spiels. Because, spoiler alert, you come to find out that they're twins. And if you ever heard of the story of the Corsican brothers, where if one feels something, it happens to the other. In this case, one, Lindsay Lohan, the student with the piano class, she was taken, and the killer's using dry ice to torture her, and then he cuts off her limbs, and then ready to bury her, while the other is the stripper. And I guess that's also why you have the weird color tones, where the stripper, her colors are red, but you see a lot of blue. Like almost every fucking scene in this movie, the blue color is shown. Someone has a blue ring, or someone's driving a blue car. The football players are blue. Someone has a blue rose. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck is going on with this stuff? And I realize what it is. This director wanted to make an American Giallo film. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to make... You know, there's movies like Torso, The Psychic. Like, when people think of Giallo, they think of Dario Argento. And then there's a shitload of others in between, before, after Dario Argento, because they're plots that, if you look at the plots of a lot of those Giallo films, they don't really make a whole lot of sense either. Like, even Dario Argento is... I like Dario Argento, but trust me, a lot of people go, well, the plots are kind of fucking weird. Like Phenomena. I like Phenomena. I like that movie. But you looked at the plot, the so fucking weird plot about a girl that can talk to bugs, and she follows clues, and Donald Pleasance has a monkey, and then there's like a killer dwarf, whatever the fuck it is, but then the monkey kills it. That's what I'm talking about. That's fucking weird. If you look at the plot, and then you go, okay, why is it that we accept that weirdness and goofiness? I mean, you say it out loud, but then this weird and goofiness we don't accept. And it's like, I think that's what this director was trying to deal with and do. An Italian Giallo film. And if this was an Italian, like if Dario Argento or Argento type made this, people go, oh yeah, of course it doesn't make sense. But sadly, it doesn't have the direction of, it's using colors, but it's not using it in a beautiful way like Dario Argento would do. And it also doesn't have the kills and gore that Argento or that type of film would have either. So it's rather tame. There's not really other people you see get killed in these cool, gory ways. So it's like, dude, if you're trying to do a Giallo film, that's kind of one of the more important parts of it, and you don't have it. You don't have a serial killer with a body count. You really don't have any gore in it. I mean, the bloodiest part is that you see with the other Lohan with the dry eyes, and when it peels off, there's a little bit of the skin ripped off. Not too bad of an effect. But I'm like, dude, Mr. Director, Writer, you try and do this thing with the color scheme and a crazy, ridiculous plot, but again, the color scheme. And apparently the original ending to this it was just in the mind of this girl, also played by Lindsay Lohan. She just wrote this story. She wrote this weird story with these two characters that she put herself in, and it was all the musings of an imaginative teenager. And if they went with that ending, I think it would have been an even worse film. But, and the director's like, oh yeah, originally it was a 3-hour movie and there was shit cut out. That's why there's a lot of leaps in logic that you go, what? What? And why does the family have a hairless cat whose balls are just ready to drop on someone's face in a teabag style? It's just like weird choices. Again, like, okay, you have a cat, why do you have to have a hairless cat? Why is his balls ready to... Weird editing where... How do I put it? Lindsay Lohan quits her piano class. She goes home, and then you have a shot of the hairless cat with his balls. Then the next shot is her giving a blue rose from a classmate. Then it cuts and we hear a scream. Then boom, it cuts to a media about a missing girl. And then boom, it cuts to her going home, and this guy takes his shirt off. He's got some hairy ass nipples. What the fuck this guy has to do with anything? We never see this guy again. He's rubbing his fucking stick. Like a dick. He's rubbing his stick. His nipples are hairy. I'm like, shave that shit. You have all the muscles you want, but shave the fucking your hairy nipples, man. Looking like fucking Sasquatch with the nipple hairs. I mean, what does the hairy nipple guy have to do with anything? Rubbing his stick. We never see him again. What was the point? And the whole blue collar got annoying. It's like, I'm surprised the fucking soundtrack's theme is that I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da, da ba dee da ba da. I'm surprised that's not the main theme song. I'm blue. Some guy has a blue ring. I'm surprised someone doesn't have a blue cock ring. There's the classroom is blue. She's wearing a blue shirt. She has a blue folder. The football team's uniform is blue. And just random shit happens. Like, she's watching football, the football game, and then a play happens, but then it goes backwards. And then everything's black and white except the blue uniforms. And then this awkward edit to the next scene. I mean, what the fuck is going on with this? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? That has nothing to do with the twin stuff. Their twin, powers when they combine and go with the Justice League. It's just there for randomness. I don't even know if the director knows why. And that's what makes this film suck. Like, if you want to do a wannabe American Giallo film, then do a wannabe American Giallo film. This bad editing and people doing a football play, but then going backwards, and then everything black and white, and then she's only seen the football team with their blue. It's like for no reason. And then she goes missing, and then she's found with no arm missing, leg missing, and she says her name's Dakota. She's asked questions. She says, I was with a crackhead mom, and the middle portion just boring. Nothing happens in the middle. This is random part that she goes to a house of a girl that was missing, and she it didn't seem like she found anything. I don't even know why the fuck she was even there, or how did she even know about this place. And I don't even know if she even got anything from it. I don't remember. And again, the fact that she has literally a Terminator. You know when T2, when he took off the fucking arm? That's the arm that Lindsay Lohan has. Now you think, okay, she's got a Terminator hand. As dumb as that fucking is that going to do something? Like when she's with the killer, she's going to knock his fucking teeth out, or crush his hand, or, take his fingers, go, no. Pointless. There's no reason for it. Or, okay, she has a leg, and it's going to run out of battery. That doesn't really come into play either. And the fact that she puts her leg in like a fucking phone. Fucking phone. Or the mom, this guy that liked Lindsay Lohan, that gave the other Lindsay Lohan the blue rose. He thinks this is the same Lindsay Lohan. They go upstairs and they fuck. And the mom knows this. And she's listening to this. And all she's doing is, I'm gonna wash dishes. Does the mom think the boyfriend will fuck her memory? Does they think that she just lost her memory? She thinks this guy will fuck her memory back into her brain? She'll fuck the sense into her. Like, a mom is letting the daughter who just... You don't even know... it was this fucking guy that fucking did it. You don't know. For all you know, is this fucking guy who's the fucking killer, is the fucking guy. And you're letting your daughter fuck upstairs, and you're listening to it while you're doing your fucking dishes, and you hear, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? And then she's having flashbacks about her fucking, when there's a stripper, her fucking finger fell off. Her finger literally fell off. And she treats it like it's a fucking paper cut. Like she's just gonna put a fucking band-aid on it. Go to the hospital. Call a doctor. Call someone. You get this, and you do this. Or someone must have this. For fuck's sake, do something. What the shit? What is going on? Oh, thankfully, I forgot this was a website. Ask.com. I don't know if it's a website now. It might be, but it was back then. Ask.com. A great advertiser for Ask.com. For all your stigmata needs, go to Ask.com. She literally ask.com to type in, and she watches a random video, not YouTube video. YouTube was around, but it wasn't popular then as it is now. So she's watching a video about stigmata, what happens to one person happens to another. And I guess that's why you have like one is more blue, one's more red. Although for the stripper, you would think if that was the case, wouldn't like every scene have something red? Like, okay, it would make sense with this director, what he was trying to do. If every scene with the one Lindsay Lohan, we saw something blue. And then every scene with the stripper, we saw red. But we barely see red, except when she's stripping. But other times, like, red is barely a thing. That doesn't really work with your motif, Mr. Director, with the red and the blue, because you see a shitload of blue, but you barely see any fucking red. So then what was the point of doing it in the first place? Did you just forget? Or did you say, I give up, I don't want to do your shit anymore? Then don't do it in the first place. And then she has visions of blue rose petals, her other self being buried, and then looks at some male, and then somehow, I guess, the visions told her, but we didn't get told. They just told her and not us. It just makes it seem as if she just jumped to the conclusion of Neal McDonough, Neal McDonough, I swear to God, 9 out of 10 times, he's in a shitty movie. Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li, 88 Minutes with Al Pacino, The Hitcher remake from 2007. He was in Captain America, First Avenger. That was a decent film. But I said 9 out of 10 movies. This is one of those 9. Apparently, his wife had a baby, but died. So then, McDonough went to a crackhead and bought a baby from her, and that crackhead had twins, so she had one diva. I guess Neal McDonough went up to the crackhead and said, I want your baby. I want your baby back, baby back ribs. I want your baby. How much is that shit? Is it $1? And so the crackhead lady had twins, so one of the twins to her, to Neal McDonough, and so they are twins. And just again, like a flashback to when she woke up and she was missing a leg, and she's trying to walk outside to hitch a ride. I'm like, are there no hospitals? Are there no phones? Call 911. I think I was drugged. I need an ambulance to blah 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 blah. I think I was drugged and someone has assaulted me. Someone has attacked me. They come. Oh shit. Bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about the money. Worry about your fucking leg is missing. Why is she trying to hitchhike? Which is even funnier because she's trying to hitchhike with one fucking leg. And one arm. Sounds like a shitty joke. She's walking. Her leg is running out of battery. So yeah, I guess it did kind of come into play. Her leg is running out. I just said her leg is running out of battery. Fuck! Her leg is running out of battery. I just said her leg is running out of battery. Jesus Christ. So, gets to a grave and there's a ribbon. I guess she touched the ribbon. It's like the dead zone. When you touch, you just know shit. And she knows it's the piano teacher. You know, the piano teacher we saw for like 30 seconds. So her and Neal McDonough go there. Neal McDonough walks off. He gets his ass killed off screen. She goes in there, cuts the guy's hand off. A guy who loves to play the piano because he tries to play piano with one hand and smiles when he succeeds. And it's not even a fight. It's not even a battle. You think, okay, she got the Terminator hand. No, that doesn't really come into play. Just stabs the guy in the neck. Dies. Finds her twin. Digs her up. She's alive. They lie down. They're both alive. And the movie's over. I guess in the original ending, I guess it would then cut to, this was the story this girl was reading, which would make me go, then what would that would make this film even more pointless. Like I said, if you had that, it would be even worse movie. Here is just a ridiculous, what the fuck's going on? I doubt seeing the 3-hour version is going to fix some of this shit. God, can you imagine a 3-hour version of this movie? You know what? Lindsay Lohan, I don't even think she did that bad of a job acting-wise. I know people say that's stupid of me to say. I think any issues with her acting is watching the script than her performance. I mean, yeah, she gets her finger off and she acts like a band-aid, but the script is the one that's wrote, no, she doesn't call a cop, she doesn't call ambulance, she doesn't call 911, she doesn't go to a hospital, she doesn't go anywhere, she goes home and sews it back on. She didn't write that, they wrote that. And you would think having your arm, your leg cut off in the hospital, would you still be in pain? I've never had that happen, so I don't know how long. Like, you've had your arm, your leg cut off. Are you always in pain? Or are you in pain for a while? I don't know how that is. I don't know how that works. But she, like, never acts like she's in that much pain in the hospital. But again, is that really her bad acting, or is that she was told to do that? Because I looked at the rest of it, I'm like, I don't think she's given a bad performance. It's just a bad script. So, you know, she's got, I think, the Razzies and all these other people say she was like the worst actress of the year, and I'm thinking, no, there were a lot worse performances, and there were a lot worse. I mean, 2007, the Hitcher remake came out. I think that girl in that remake was a worse actress than Lindsay Lohan was. And this is a bad movie, still not as bad as the Hitcher remake. That's one of the worst movies I've seen. And like that girl in that movie, I think is way worse than Lindsay Lohan. I think it's because she was going through the drug issues that she got more of a harsh criticism than she deserved. Because I didn't grow up with Lindsay Lohan. That's another thing. I didn't grow up with her. I've seen a couple stuff of her in recent, she was in what, Machete Kills or whatever she was in, but the whole movie sucked. I forget if she was in Machete or Machete Kills. She was in one of those, and then the whole movie sucked, not just her. But in this time period, I don't think she was bad. It was just, again, the whole fucking movie, it just didn't make sense. And went to weird conclusions and brought up stuff but then never panned out. Or if the director was going for a Giallo movie, the way you used colors, you did the wrong way. You weren't consistent, because if you don't use that much fucking blue to represent one twin, why didn't you use that much red to represent the other twin? Wouldn't that be more consistent? And then also, Giallo, you have this thing called kills and gore that would help. It would not have saved the film, but it would help. So it doesn't have that charm like some of the other Giallo films. I'm not a big Giallo guy, but I like Deep Red. I like Phenomena. But those have weird stories too. Like, can you really say Phenomena makes sense? Not really. But it's still a better movie than this because it's a bit... You have a better director, to be honest. That knew how to handle the craziness more than this guy did. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck it. I'm just being honest. So with that said, I know who killed me. And she does say that line in the movie. She literally, at the graveyard, looks at Neal McDonough and goes, I know who killed me. Well, technically she's not dead yet, but... So technically, it should be, I know who tried to kill me. But, I'm not, oh, whatever. We'll see you guys later. And the poster, whenever I see the poster, it makes me think of Duke Nukem. Remember Duke Nukem? Shake it, baby. Yo, shake it, baby. So, I mean... And you don't even see Lindsay Lohan's tits. I mean, she does a bit of strip job. I don't remember seeing her tits. I think I would remember if I saw that. I don't know why I would blank it out, but... Maybe she did, I forgot. But I don't think she does. So, even that was a letdown. Actually, yeah. Well, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.